Prynhawn da, a chroeso I ddinas Cardydd ac I seremoni radio Prifysgol Cardydd. Good afternoon and welcome to the city of Cardiff and to the graduation ceremony of Cardiff University. I'm Dr. Chris Turner, and it's with great pleasure that as University Director I welcome you all to today's graduation ceremony. We are here to celebrate our students' achievements, and I am particularly pleased to welcome parents, family and friends to join in this celebration. I'm joined here on stage by the President's representative, the Vice-Chancellor, the academic staff and the Students' Union representative. The President's representative, Mrs. Fiona Peel, will formally open proceedings, and the Vice-Chancellor, Dr. David Grant, will receive students to their award. To my right is Professor Paul Atkinson, the university's orator, and later he will introduce our honorary fellow. Honorary fellowships are awarded at our graduation ceremonies to those who have achieved international distinction in their field, and today we are honoured to welcome Bethany Hughes. Students, today marks a marvellous milestone in your life, as it does in the lives of those who have supported you over the last few years. And it's good to see that so many of them are here today. Now, I'm sure it will enhance your understanding and enjoyment of the day if we spend a few moments going through the procedures for the ceremony. Now, for those of you receiving an award today, perhaps you thought that passing your exams was the biggest challenge in gaining your degree, but an even bigger challenge faces you today. You have still to cross this stage and shake hands with the correct person. Try not to seek your award from anyone other than the Vice-Chancellor. A presenter will read out the names of the students being received to the same award. When each name is called, the student will ascend the stage, walk towards the Vice-Chancellor and shake his hand. Now, past experience has shown this to be a little more challenging than it sounds, but your approach to the stage and your return to your seat will be carefully guided by our specially trained marshals. So don't worry, once the ceremony is underway, it really is a case of follow the leader. When you leave the stage, you will stand with your group facing the stage, and the Vice-Chancellor will formally receive you to your awards. You will doff in reply, and you'll then be reseated by the marshals. When all awards have been received, students will be asked to stand to receive the university's greetings. Also, and importantly, can I invite you please to clap only after the Vice-Chancellor has admitted each group of graduates to their awards, and not as each one crosses the stage. This will ensure that your hands are still in reasonable working order by the end of the ceremony. Finally, can I also ask that you check to ensure that your mobile phone or any other portable device is switched off, please. Enjoy the ceremony.
Prynhawn da, I croeso I Cardiff. Good afternoon. Welcome to Cardiff and to this lovely St David's Hall and to our 2011 graduation ceremony. As Dr. Turner said, I am a member of the Cardiff University's Council. Being a member of Council is far more of a pleasure and stimulant than it is of a duty, and it's these graduation ceremonies which I regard as the apotheosis of why I delight in being a member of Council. Today is a day for congratulations. It's a word I hope you will hear very frequently during my speech. For all of you sitting there calmly, waiting to be admitted as graduates of this fantastic university, deserve congratulations several times over. Firstly, congratulations on winning a place here in the first time. It's worth reminding ourselves that as Cardiff University is one of the most sought-after universities in the UK, admission standards are high. Selection, as you will probably remember, is extremely competitive. For every one of you sitting here, 6 or 7 other applicants were keenly fighting to be in your place today. I said one of the most sought after universities in the UK. I should actually have said one of the most sought after in the world. For many of our students have travelled great distances for the challenges and rewards of a Cardiff University degree. Cardiff students are valued around the world for their skills, knowledge, and most importantly, their attitude. Secondly, congratulations on your years of study here. Research-led teaching is one of the distinctive features of Cardiff University. Your lecturers are some of the most original and pioneering thinkers in their chosen fields. Many of you will have participated in research projects, learned to ask new questions, and to challenge conventional wisdom. Whether you stay in academic research or pursue another career, I hope that you find the free, inquiring Cardiff state of mind will stay with you. And I have to say, I'm looking forward to hearing Bettany Hughes's views on original research later this afternoon. We also pride ourselves in involving you, the students, in the development and direction of your courses. This year, 71% of you took part in the National Student Survey. Thank you. You gave your feedback on your experiences at Cardiff in areas such as assessment, learning resources, and personal development, and your opinions will help us and have helped us to plan our courses up to now and in the future. You should also be congratulated for choosing and studying at the fine academic schools represented here today. The School of City and Regional Planning is the top-rated planning school in the UK for both teaching and research, with worldwide recognition in the field. Graduates of this school can be assured of the professional support and friendship of a wide network of former students of the school, which has been built up over 40 years. At a recent event for leading property professionals in Wales, which was hosted by the Prince of Wales, almost half of the people attending were former students of the school. In the last year, students from the school have been recognised in South Wales Women in Property Awards and the Kilt Cymru National Transport Awards. Congratulations. As students of the School of English, Communication and Philosophy, which we rather endearingly call NCAP, you represent a rich variety of degree programmes in creative writing, in English language and communication, in critical and cultural theory, in English literature, and of course, philosophy. Skills developed at the school have helped previous graduates go into successful careers in academia, publishing, law, journalism, teaching, social work, and entrepreneurship, amongst many others. Congratulations too on what you have brought for us in Cardiff and to Wales. University life is increasingly a partnership between place and student. In recent years, students have successfully combined with setting up their own businesses. Their efforts have helped the homeless here in Cardiff. You have paid for clean water in parts of Africa, amongst many other causes. And we should also note that student concerts are helping to make Cardiff one of the most vibrant and energetic and possibly noisiest cities in Britain. Thank you. I am particularly delighted to discover how many of you have taken part in student volunteering in Cardiff. Indeed, it is one of the largest schemes in the country. You have given more than 80,000 hours of your most precious commodity, which is your time, and in the past year, you have helped more than 800 people per week. You are the prime reason why Cardiff University is so valued in its home community. Finally, of course, congratulations today on becoming a Cardiff University graduate. Round the world, Cardiff University graduates are leaders in business, in the arts, in healthcare, and of course all fields of academic study. And I know that you will go on to build on your achievements. But there is one other very important group to be congratulated. It's you parents, partners, families. Congratulations. Not only have you had to find your way through the car parking maze of Cardiff, but you have most importantly supported all of those graduating today, and you are a key part in their success. And I am so delighted that you have been able to join us for this very special celebration. Just briefly, I would like to share a personal reflection on the long-lasting benefit and stimulation that I have enjoyed by being closely associated with, and also rather an elderly student, at Cardiff University for the last 8 years. Well, I haven't been a student for 8 years, but I do actually attend quite a few courses. I have found that Cardiff University really does live and breathe its belief in lifelong learning and research-led teaching. I find that Cardiff University is in so many ways the very heart, both in its location, its staff, and its students, of this ever-improving, growing city. I strongly believe that this university contributes immensely to the future strength of Wales as a devolved nation. We have interesting times ahead, and no one can predict exactly what the impact of the new university fee structure is going to have. But I can say that from the research papers I've read, courses and lectures that I've attended, and the library and information services that I have used during the last 8 years, we know that we are not going to shortchange our students, and we do not shortchange our students. And so I hope that all of you will stay linked in to Cardiff University. So, for all of those graduating, this is not the end of your association with Cardiff University. It is, I hope, the beginning of a new one. In the United States, these ceremonies are known as commencement, signifying that you are at the start of a new episode of your life. Cardiff University will have given you a marvellous start to that new life. Value it, cherish it, and remember it often in years to come. Diolch yn fawr.
I will now read the proclamation, first in Welsh and then in English. Nerth gwlad i wybodaeth. Boed hysbys i holl aelodau'r Brifysgol ac ar hyd y lled y byd bod cynulliad y Brifysgol Caerdydd yn cael ei gynnal heddiw ym Mhrifddinas Cymru. O dan awdurdod Siarter Frenhinol y Brifysgol, mae'r cynulliad hwn yn cyfarfod i dderbyn y myfyrwyr sydd yn rhinwedd eu hartudiaethau a'i hysgolheictod wedi harholi'n briodol yn unol â statudau'r Brifysgol ac wedi cael yn deilwng o'i graddau. Wrth fawrygu llwyddiant yr rhai sy'n graddio yn y cynulliad hwn, fe atgoffwn eu cyfrifoldeb i gyfrannu y werth yn y brifysgol hon. Nodydd yn twy yw ceisio drwy cyflawniadau wasanaethu ar lles pawb, ymdrechu i sicrhau rhagoriaeth ym mhob peth ac yn boeni am ddyfodol ein byd. Gwrandewch yn awchus ar ddoethineb gan ei fod yn cynnig gobaith a gwirionedd ym mhob cenhedlaeth. Nerth gwlad y gwybodaeth. A nation's strength is in its learning. Let it be known to all members of the university and throughout the world that today in the capital city of Wales, a congregation of Cardiff University is taking place. Under the authority of the university's Royal Charter, this congregation meets to receive those students who, by virtue of their studies and scholarship, have been appropriately examined according to the statutes of the university and found worthy of the degrees. We celebrate the success of those who graduate in this congregation and in doing so remind them of their responsibility to share in the values of this university. It is for them to seek, through their achievements, to serve the common good, to strive for excellence on all things and care for the future of our world. Be attentive to wisdom, for it offers hope and truth in every generation.
I, Professor Martin Kamen, introduce those who have received the degree of Bachelor of Arts. James Alalas. Lucy Margaret Isabel Bayliss. Rebecca Bowles. Mark Hatney. Jonathan Knight. Francesca Ann Reed. Anna May Tomlinson. Sophie Chumelti. Ruth Louise Avery. Ellen Davis. Melanie B. Goldsmith. Doug Heaton. Simon Murphy. Hannah Louise Beesworth. Fiona Bean. Jordan Bradbury. Tiffany Briggs. Michael John Brown. Melanie Bucket. Joanna Faye Cooley. Alexander Michael Conroy. Amy Cook.
Granda, good afternoon. At this point in the ceremony and at other equivalent times, it is a tradition of the university for the Vice-Chancellor to speak in Welsh to receive each group of graduates to their awards. The Welsh phrase I will use, when translated, means, "Through the authority conferred upon me by the university, I receive you to the degree which I will name, and to all the privileges of that degree." Trwy awdurdod y brifysgol ynddyriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I rath baglo ran y celfyddadau ag I holl ffraniau'r rath hon. Congratulations.
Catherine Corrie. Elizabeth Ruth Crandon. Katrina Yvonne Dallimore. Laura Jane Davis. Thomas Dean. Claire Fitzhenry. Lara Danielle Galante. Sean Leslie Griffiths. Chelsea Horton. Andrew Headspeeth. Ada Kate Lavinia Haggett Fieldhouse. John Israel. Indiana Jones. Sarah Josephine Kilby. Victoria Louise Litherland. Henry Lloyd. Louis Catherine Nelson. Anna Novak. Hannah Parfitt. Hayley April Payne, Dilara Sarah Phoebe,
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol ymddyriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor yn y celfyddadau ag I holl ffreniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Natasha Phillips, Gary James Platt, Matthew James Thackeray, Kim Jessica Andrew, Roshni Bai Anya, Caroline Mary Archer, Francesca Aylott, Dan Paxendall, Luke Marin David Berry, Lisa Anne Marie Buckingham, Victoria Louise Bunny, Simon Bunt, Natalie Clark, Laura Elizabeth Clifford, Joanne Cresswell, Sophie Cummins, Sarah Dorr, Kate Elizabeth Evans, Rebecca Georgina Geddes, James Harry Grover, Laura Camilla Halliday, Claire Harrington.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol ymddyriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor yn y celfyddydau ac I holl ffreniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Claire Amanda Hine, Charlotte Haywood, Laurie Simone Higdon, Emma Hughes, Elizabeth Harriet Jones, Mark David Jones, Owen Kenny, Igor Karin, Joanna Wing Chi Lam, Francis Lees, Francis Leonard, Jodie Mills, Katie Louise Oldfield, Lucas John Owen, Gemma Pamant, Kerry Louise Phelps, Lucy Pittaway, Lucy Rawlins, Sarah Jane Reed, Vincent Rees, Lucy Roden,
Rwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor yn y celfyddadau ag I holl ffraniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Natalie Saxelby, Abigail Eve Sardlow, Abigail Naomi Shenton, Lawrence Alexander Smythe, Martin Kevin Sperry, Mark Studley, Lauren Thomas, Charlotte Emma Walker, George Webb, Lauren Elizabeth Wigley, Charity Yan, Camilla Alquist, Caroline Ashley, Jamie Atkinson, Miranda May Salah Ati, Freya Austin, David John Bamford, Caris Louise Bamsey, Claire Margaret Baranowski, Grace Barrett, Lawrence Edward Batten.
Rwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor yn y celfyddadau ag I holl ffraniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Stephen Robert Beaumont, Amy Bennett, Robin Beresford, Faye Bevans, Alice Bynum, Emma Boardman, Zoe Bolton, Zoe Frances Bridger, Caroline Helen Bromley, Jacqueline Iris Ann Brooks, Emma Brown, Joy Ashling Brown, Hazel Bryant, Nia Lucy Bryant, Annie Bryson, Alicia Newbolt Buckland, Hannah Elizabeth Mary Caddick, Gemma Chung, Ling Ling Chung, Holly Ann Cochran, Freya Kolkoff,
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor yn y celfyddadau ag I holl ffreni'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Sophie Cook, Barney Albert Cox, Natalie Alice Crouchley, Lucinda Davey, Oliver James Devon, Claire Alexandra Dibben, Rebecca Diggs, Jasmine Didymus, Judith Mary Dre, Karen Elson, Amy Christine Evans, Michaela Elizabeth Jean Farrow, Kate Ferrier, Gabriella Ford, Charlotte Foster, Matthew Foster, Lucy Fabienne Furnival Dora, Alexandra Catherine Genova, Catherine Glover, Hannah Goddard, Catherine Victoria Godfrey,
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor yn y celfyddydau ag I holl ffreni'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Megan Goldie, Emma Goodman, Tamsin Granger, Georgia Grattan, Emily Green, Rachel Caroline Greenacre, Joanna Christine Greet, Jessica Griffiths, Laura Louise Harmon, Georgia Rachel Hathaway, Katie Barbara Heathman, Rachel Henderson, Chloe Beth Hibbert, Isabel Hicks, Lauren Higgin, Jennifer Hill, Emma Louise Hillier, Megan Hope, Holly Howe, Marie Huggins. Christopher Michael Humphrey.
Rwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor yn y celfyddydau ac I holl ffraniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Rebecca Sean Ingram. Emma Jane Jackson. Ang Harriet James. Rachel Ann Harriet James. Gavin Jukes. Simon John. Emma May Jones. Hannah Elizabeth Jones. Pammy Sue Jones. Rachel Victoria Jones. Rebecca Jones. Rebecca Amaris Carsley Jones. Stevie Morgan Baker Jones. Jasmine Tara Joynson. Joseph Tom Kearns. Catherine Margaret Kettle. Emily King. Philippa Lee. Melissa McKay. Sarah Elizabeth Magnus. Naomi Dora Mantin. Natalie Martin. Charlotte Mercer.
Rwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor yn y celfyddydau ac I holl ffraniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Hannah Frances Mills. Anuska Mola Butcher. Victoria Nicholas. Kerry Nicholson. Victoria Ann Uthwaite. Hannah May Ovenden. Maria Palmizzi. Carolyn Louise Park. Samantha Maya Parker. Francesca Palmer. Melissa Lee Parry. Alice Mary Louise Patillo. Rebecca Jean Pert. Jodie Hannah Phillips. Nicole Louise Phillips. Nicola Claire Priest. Lauren Elizabeth Pulsford. Greg Alexander Rees. Gwennon Myries. Lisa Sean Roberts. Natalie Jane Robbins.
Rwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor yn y celfyddadau ag I holl ffreniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Polly Kathleen Robinson. Sinead Rooney. Nicola K. Saunders. Francesca Ann Sackle. Isabel Vida Seingen. Dulcima Slinger. Alan Sutherland Wootton. Hannah Sweet. Warwick Simcox. Michelle Taylor. Amy Louise Thomas. Jennifer Poppy Topham. Laura Jane Townsend Beer. Elizabeth Road Walden. Laura Alice Walker. Nicole Felicity Waters. Lisa Rebecca Watson. Catherine Lorraine Whedon. Lucy Welford. Jessica Wells. Leah Corrine White. Catherine Susan Whitfield.
Rwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor yn y celfyddadau ac I holl ffreniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Ellen Mary Williams. Jessica Louise Dale Williamson. Richard Wiltshire. Leonora Wood. Terry Ann Woodward. Jonathan Michael William Wright. Matthew John Wright. Robert James Yabsley. Ashley Michelle Yen. Millicent Rain Boswell. Sophie Lorraine Harris. Hannah Davis. Emma Down, Jennifer Ann Hurley, Emma Jones, Lydia Helen Olwen Lloyd, Amy Rachel Morgan, Katie Louise Oakley, Madeleine Pointe, Reese Reed Johnson, Chloe Rogers, Hannah Scanlon,
Crwy awdurdod a brifysgol am dderiedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor yn y celfyddadau ag I holl ffyraniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Sarah Rachel Scotcher, Elizabeth Shawn Williams, Abby Leah James, Alicia Jane Jones, Laura Lenahan, Luke Sahota, Naomi Bethan Slade, Alexandra Mary Vazenbuela, Jade Tarian Webb, Amy Williams, Emma Marie Bidmead, Louis Coyne, Jonathan Fazel, Eleanor Francis Hughes, Michael Irving, Catherine Carson Knight, Thomas Locker, Amy Elizabeth Robinson, Alice Janet May Russell, Timothy Edward Pullum, Gareth Cartwright, Emma Jarvis,
Crwy awdurdod a brifysgol am dderiedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor yn y celfyddadau ag I holl ffyraniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Chloe Louise Nicholas, Sophie Reith, Bethan Victoria Cable, Sarah Frances Lynch, Victoria Lauren Homewood, Elora May Adam, Jonathan Henry Salvador Balbus, Natalie Bayliss, Joshua Paul Bradley, Charles Robert Lewis Callaghan, Ethan Chambers, James Davis, Alexander Gareth Harcourt Ellis, Thomas Grieve, Jonathan Harris, Leah Heaton-Jones, Rebecca Clare Hill, Rachel Hodson, Chloe Hogg, Zoe Kurswell, Michael Rees Mannering, Rebecca Amy North.
Rwy awdurdod a brifysgol ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaeth chwi I radd baglor ran y celfyddadau ac I holl ffraniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Holly Painter, Hal Neil Pentecost, Anarian Rainbow, Rebecca Mary Redpath, Christopher Rennick, Helen Roberts, Ned Patrick Rundle, Benjamin Allen Springett, Rebecca Sullivan, Thomas Nicholas Wainwright, Melisande Desiree Emily Wingfield, Jessica Wood, Natasha Wynne, Amanda Gramslow, Robin Hodge, Rima Patel, Sarah Coburn, Luke Holmes, Andrew Stephen McEwen, Neil Sinnott, Amy Tandy, Richard Hall, Sophie Thomas.
Rwy awdurdod a brifysgol ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaeth chwi I radd baglor yn y celfyddadau ac I holl ffraniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
I, Dr. Neil Harris, introduce those who have received the degree of Bachelor of Science. Matthew Alsop. Joseph Ayukani. Anna Catherine Biggin. Erin Boyraz. Anthony Bell. Rebecca Butler Madden. James William Edward Cogan. Rachel Elizabeth Cole Hawthorne. Michael Eric Corbett. Melissa Dickinson. Jamie Paul Keith Donegan. Rebecca Ellen Frost. Chris Govia. Patrick Philip Harmsworth. Peter Hildreth. Holly Ann Hobbs. Daniel Lewis Jones. Gwyn Pierce Jones. Ewan Howell Jones. Miriam Llewella Jones. Rachel Kellas. Kathy Wing Yun Lau. Edward Law. Alexandra May. Emma Jo Morris. Georgina Shona Murray.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor mewn gwyddoniaeth ag I holl ffyrania'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Emily Napier. Gareth Owens. Kate Irene Pickstock. Adam Gareth Price. Adam James Rees. Alison Deborah Richardson. Rachel Salmon. Matthew Seaman. Louise Smith. Nikita Srivastava. Grant Strong. Hugh Thomas. Marcus Thomas. Sean Richard Thomas. Mark Thompson. Philippa Ann Vickery. Ryan Joseph Walter Ward. George Williams. Morgan James Williams. Kei Chun Adrian Wong. Thomas Boreham. Christopher John Brearley. Rebecca Chapman. James Compton. Eleanor Constable.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor mewn gwyddoniaeth ag I holl Fyrania Rathon. Congratulations.
Jonathan Coombs. Adam Yohan Davis. Gemma Catherine Griffiths. Camilla Elizabeth Rose Harris. Philippa Josephine Ivans. Emma Jenkins. Ryan James Job. Sophie Kalouris. Sophie Ann Locke. Katie Victoria Luxton. Hannah Machin. Ian Maguire. Daniel John McCool. Stuart Minton. Richard Michael North. Dominic Patterson. Kimberly Shaw. Mark Spalton. Emma Elizabeth Spence. Sinead Thomas. Laura Tottle. Jamie Tribus. Jessica Samantha Vaughan. Ross Williams.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol am dderiedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor mewn gwyddoniaeth ac I holl ffyraniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
I, Professor Jonathan Osmond, introduce those who have received the degree of Master of Arts. Hagar Mohammed Ben Ali Abdelgada. Julia Baker. Michael David Ross Willett. Helen Claire Civey. Leah Francis Carpenter. Anwen Ebenezer. Laura Eleanor Foster. Florence Marie Elise Lacombe. Helen Mackenzie. Rachel Morgan Meese. Lucy Sarathwati Menon. Lucinda Marion Kate Murray. Alice Hunter Rowe. Emma Louise Schofield. Eleanor Josephine Smith.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol am dderiedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I rath athro yn y celfyddadau ac I holl ffyraniau'r rath hon. Congratulations.
Helen Louise Snaith. Rhys Edward Tranter. Sarah Elizabeth Wright. Mubashir Khan. Catherine Lucy Brickley. Patrice Camille Quimay. Marta Małgorzata Wilczek. Richard George Hugo Daly. Thomasin Mary Gillow. Emily Harris. Bethan Victoria Jones. Rebecca Lucy Helen Parfit. James Michael Temperton. Christina Thatcher.
Crwy awdurdod a brifysgol am dderiedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I rath athro yn y celfyddadau ac I holl ffyraniau'r rath hon. Congratulations.
I, Professor Jonathan Osmond, introduce those who have received the degree of Master of Science. Alexandra Ruth Jones. Victoria Ann Jones. Rebecca Ann Smith. Catherine Stamp. Christopher David York. Salma Ali Ahmed. Gabriela Asara. Cici Chen. Yukti Gupta. Christopher Matthew Charles Hale. Louise Georgina James. Nadia Jones. Chun Chuan Lin. Thierry Hosa Ngoga. Il Hyung Park. Eleanor Roberts. Rose Chinwe Ude. Jing Zhang. Rachel Jane Adams. Martin John Allen. Amy Crampton. Rebecca Louise Dewey. Sarah Louise Hall.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol am dderiedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I rath athro mewn gwyddoniaeth ac I holl ffyraniau'r rath hon. Congratulations.
Rachel Louise Hill. Angharad Eleanor Hobbs. Dunya Hurley. David Thomas James. Jack Halsland Jones. Liam David Jones. James Michael Morris. Mariam Catherine Phillips. Louise Scammell. Joseph Nicholas Seymour. Christopher Edward Mark Silver. Peter George Thomas. Ivan Mark Tomlin. Jonathan Glyn Wellstead. Charlotte Ellen Lucy White. Andrew James Williams. Jibang Zhu. Emma Elizabeth Blackwood. Simon Charles Clement. David Leach. Eric Jason McNaughton. Claire Teresa Mikalkovich. Dominic John O'Loughlin.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd athro mewn gwyddoniaeth ac I holl ffyrrannu'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Alan James Pitt. Stephen Rhys Roberts. David Rhys Sinnott. Rosanna Jane Sterry. Mandy Lee Summers. Bryony Jane Hannah Tooley. Summer Tali Aliasiri. Etienne Thomas Fenneck. Jamie Hannaford Clark. Greg Pycroft. Lewis Rees Thomas. Gregory Jack Bassam. Wen Jiao Sen. Jay Fang. Ross John Farron. Gethin Llyr George. Marie Claire Hurley. Miao Miao Ma. Yu Chuyan Shen. Thomas von Brunn. Cheng Ye Wu. Yi Jing She. Jing Shao.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol, ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd athro mewn gwyddoniaeth ag I holl ffrangau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
I, Professor Jonathan Osmond, introduce those who have received the degree of Master of Philosophy. Patricia Margot Clark.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol, ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd athro mewn athroniaeth ag I holl ffrangau'r radd hon. Thank you.
I, Professor Jonathan Osmond, introduce those who have received the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. James Raymond Aubrey. Jenny Sophie Berkman. Gail Leslie Blick. Jake Buckley. Chin Hui Chen. Crispin Hugh Vincent Cooper. Ulrich Dönitz. Jonathan Murray Evans. Victoria Louise Gibbons. Rebecca Humphreys. Michelle Elizabeth Iwan.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol, ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd doethyr mewn athroniaeth ag I holl ffrangau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Marisa Carmen Jenkins. Roberta Magnani. Thomas Owen. Anindya Raichaduri. Peter Brynmore Roberts. Sotos Chiakides. Cara Lee Tennant. Aidan Tynan. Sophie Laura Vlachos. Simon Daniel Waltho. Kate Watson. Jessica Kate Webb.
Prwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I rodd doethyr mewn athroniaeth ag I holl ffyraniau'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Can I now invite all of you who have received your awards this afternoon to stand so that you can receive the greetings of the President's representative, Mrs. Fiona Peel, and of Sarah Powell, the representative of the Students' Union. Would you please stand?
May your care ever be the good name of our university and the well-being of our world.
You are now members of the distinguished alumni of Cardiff University. May your association with the university be cherished and constant throughout your life, and may your care forever be for the fellowship of our university and the welfare of all people.
Before you sit down, I'm sure that all you very proud graduates would like to join in a long-standing tradition at Cardiff University at these ceremonies, and that is to pay a special tribute to your families and friends who have supported you in so many ways over many years, not least financially, and indeed to thank the academic staff who have helped you reach this important point in your life today. Can I therefore invite you to turn around to greet your family and friends and say a special and public thank you to them all by giving them an enthusiastic round of applause. Thank you, and please be seated.
Vice-Chancellor, sir, I do wish there had been a Bettany Hughes for me when I was young. As a young classicist, I persuaded myself that the Greek Bronze Age was a gripping field, bringing together Greek literature, history, archaeology, and anthropology. Being, as you know, Vice-Chancellor, almost completely feckless, I abandoned the idea, and indeed classical scholarship altogether. Luckily for us, Bettany has done what I wanted to do, and much more. Moreover, she's made it the topic of successful television programming, book publishing, public lecturing, and more again. For me, Bettany would have been an inspiration. The fact that she also played cricket would have made her well-nigh perfect. The modern town of Sparta is, frankly, an undistinguished place, and the Spartans themselves have not always had a very good press. Notwithstanding their heroic efforts on occasion, the Spartans have often been seen as Greece's thick hearties, in contrast to the senior common room that was Athens, or indeed the luxury resort that was Corinth. But if we look back at ancient Sparta through the right lens, we see a society of strong, powerful women as well as military men. And if we look further back to the Bronze Age, we find a Mycenaean Sparta to stand alongside the major centres of Bronze Age culture. We also find, of course, Helen and the Trojan War. Helen of Troy, as we know her, Helen of Sparta, as she really was. A symbolic figure of female power, desire, and danger, Helen of Troy has run through myth and literature for over 3,000 years. Bethany first came really to public prominence with a television series about Sparta, and then one devoted specifically to Helen of Troy in all her manifestations. Helen's, that is. And she has subsequently written a very successful book about Helen herself. Bethany's television programs and publications have a distinctive quality, a powerful sense of place, as well as of historical, as well as mythological time. It's also marked by a consistently feminist sensibility. And since her earlier explorations of the early period of Greek history, Betton has widened her geographical and historical focus. Her book on Socrates has been widely acclaimed. She's written and broadcast about the city of Alexandria, the Moors in Europe, and early Christianity, among many other topics. Here she stands in imperial purple, and I know that her next project is indeed to be about Byzantium and the Byzantine Empire. Bethany has done more than anyone to bring scholarship on the Bronze Age, classical civilization, to a wide audience. That scholarship remains the bedrock of historical and literary comprehension. Without it, we cannot make sense of European culture and literature, in which allusion to the ancient world is pervasive. Her activities now range widely. The short film she made with the Foundation for Science, Technology and Civilization won YouTube's first Visionary Award. This year she chaired the judges for the Orange Prize for Fiction. Vice-Chancellor, sir, I noticed that in one of her published interviews, Bethany has rejected the attribution of being the glamorous face of classics, adding that she sometimes sleeps in her clothes. What she does in her own time, of course. But I do trust, Vice-Chancellor, that she won't find it necessary to sleep in the Fellow's gown, in which I now present her as an honorary Fellow of Cardiff University. Ang rydeddus isgan hellor, y cyflwynaf I ti Bethany Hughes, fel camrawd ar anraddedd, Prifysgol Cardiff.
Rwy'r awdurdod a roddwyd I mi gan y cyngor derbaniaf chwi fel cymrawd anrhydedd, Brifysgol Caerdydd.
Vice-Chancellor, esteemed academic colleagues, graduates, postgraduates, friends and family, thank you. I am truly honoured to receive this fellowship, although I have to say, slightly worried as well. This morning I suddenly thought I ought to look at the origins of the word fellow to see what it actually meant. And I find that it means a herding together and laying down of cattle. So I'm not sure if this is going to be one of my duties as a new Fellow of Cardiff University, but I'd just like to say I will, for Cardiff, herd together and lay down cattle if you would like me to. And I have a witness of close on 2,000 people here, so I will do it if you ask me. I'm entirely delighted to receive this fellowship, because surely this business that we are all involved in, the business of understanding the world, is the most important business in the world. And I know that this ceremony is being streamed live online, so if there are any politicians out there who are thinking of cutting any of this, I tell you it is the wrong thing to do. This is the most important thing that human beings can do together to join to further understanding and to further knowledge. I am, as I said, delighted, therefore, to receive this fellowship. I do have one regret, and that is that my Welsh grandmother-in-law, who recently died, aged 102, is no longer here. She was a fantastic woman. She spoke only Welsh. She ran off with an itinerant Irish carpenter who spoke only English, so clearly the language of love was their form of communication. But she would, I'm sure, have coached me in delivering some of this address in Welsh, but sadly she's no more. In some ways it's probably quite good that she's not, because she was an absolute fascist about pronunciation. So if I'd got a single consonant wrong, she'd have been somewhere in the back row screaming and banging her wooden stick on the podium. So probably good that she's not here. But I'm delighted for many reasons to receive this fellowship. Not just because, in my opinion, Cardiff University really is one of the most vigorous and exciting of universities, not just in the UK, but in the world. I'm also delighted, not just because it is a genuine honour to be standing here in this hall with all of you graduates and postgraduates who have done so much, achieved so much, and done so well to be sitting here today. It's also not just because when I was a graduate, when I was your age, actually, I had a pretty terrible time, and that's just what I want to talk about very briefly. Once I'd graduated, basically people told me I'd made the most dreadful mistake, and life was going to be really rubbish. Because I'd studied ancient history and the classics, they said this is a dead subject, dead languages, long dead people. You'll end up in a dead-end job, probably amongst the long-term unemployed. It was genuinely very depressing, and I say this only because I suspect that all of you sitting here today, quite rightly, are proud and excited about your achievement, but possibly slightly nervous about the big bad world that you're just about to go out into. I survived for one simple reason. I survived because I remembered to love what it was that I was doing. I remembered to keep that conviction that those years I'd spent learning were worthwhile not just to me, but to mankind in general. And it was very difficult sometimes to believe that. Just very briefly, an anecdote. The first job I went for, you're all just about to go into that lovely first job interview. And I remember bouncing into a television producer's studio, full of enthusiasm, full of ideas. I knew that history was great. I knew that programmes weren't being made about it. And I knew that there were no women presenting it. So I said, kept on talking about all these fantastic narratives that could go out on international television. And suddenly realised, after about 12 or so minutes, that I was the only one doing any talking, but this gentleman was just sitting there with rather narrowed eyes, looking at me, to be honest, as if I had crawled out from underneath a stone. And finally he held up his finger and he said, "Can I just say 3 things to you? 1, nobody is interested in history anymore." And I'd just like to point out to him that history is now constantly on the best-selling lists of all publications, both in the UK and abroad. 2, he said, nobody, but nobody, is interested in watching history programmes on television. And if you go onto my website, you'll see that we've just had this fantastic data that my programmes have now been watched by 100 million people worldwide. So I think he was slightly off the mark there. And this was the thing that really got fire in my belly. And then he said, and absolutely no one wants to be lectured at by a woman. And I thought, well, matey, I am going to prove you wrong. Remembering those great women of Sparta, the Spartan girls who used to race naked, oil one another with olive oil, eat nipple-shaped cakes at night. They had a good sense of themselves, and I thought, I am not quite going to do the same thing, but in an equivalent 21st century way, be a Spartan woman out there. And again, I only did that by keeping a passion for what I'd done. So what I'm going to talk about, just for one more minute, actually is not something as sensible as original research, but something incredibly fey. I just want to talk to you for a moment about the value and power of passion and love. And in particular, love as understood it by the ancient Greeks and by one man, the Greek philosopher Socrates. Socrates really believed in something called ta erotica. And I haven't gone mad. I'm not just about to tell you about erotic equipment. There's a gentleman I can see there looking rather interested suddenly in the middle row. Ta erotica has got nothing to do with erotica as we know it. What it means are ideas and actions and passions inspired by Eros, the god of love. Ta erotica are basically the things that excite us. The lovely things, the good things, the things that make us excited when we get up in the morning. And Socrates believed that human society could only flourish if ta erotica were a part of them. Basically, I think what he was saying is, always have a passion for who you are and for what you do. Don't just live life, but love the living of it. And I have to say, seeing the length of some of the skirts coming up to graduate today, I think I have no trouble. I'm sure all of you are going to really enjoy the living of your life this evening. But remember to love the living of life. The other thing that Socrates thought was very important was to love those around you, to really cherish your fellow beings on earth. People were, in many ways, his magnetic north. And so I'd just like to say that all of you sitting in this room, you have an incredible ally when you go forth into the world. You have all the lovely creatures that are sitting here, your friends, the friends and companions and colleagues that you've made and met at Cardiff University. Because friendship is immensely important. It's really the founding of civilization. There's a thing called xenia, which means a friendship, stranger relationship. We do not survive, we do not progress unless we nurture our friends. And all of your friends will be with you at least for the next half century of your life. They will be there when you have that difficult first job interview, when you first buy a house, when you first have children, when you first have a terrible row with your partner, when your own children go to university. It might seem a very long way off, but it will come. Believe you me, I've got a teenager sitting at the back who's going to university next year, and it feels only yesterday that she was this big, so it happens very fast. And those friends will be with you for all of that. The value of friendship has been known right since the beginning of recorded time itself. In ancient Babylon, there are some wonderful Babylonian cuneiform tablets. So this proves it was worth my while doing all this classical and prehistoric study when I was at university. And they are incredible things. 5,000 years ago, when men and women felt that they needed to get together to look forward to a future that was a future that would be good, they would join together in a room very like this and in numbers very like these, and they would make a vow to one another. They would vow that they respected one another, that they stood on common ground, and that together they would look to the welfare of the world, which is exactly what you've been exhorted to do here today. And the vow they would make is this: Ana Shulmi U Balati, which loosely translates as to peace and to life, and we might as well add, and to the power of love. So I wish I had a glass in my hand, because they'd have toasted this with a good strong alcoholic drink, but we can all imagine we have a glass and get to a drink pretty quickly after this. I would like to make a vow tonight. Ana Shulmi U Balati, to peace, to life, to love, and to the glittering success of the graduates of Cardiff University. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Bethany. I think you have shown that we are delighted as a university to welcome you as an honorary fellow. You are just the kind of person we want. And I'm in the middle of reading your Helen of Troy book, and I assure all of you graduates, the book is as full of passion as her words are, and as easy to read. And so I would actually make a plug for the book. And as I say, it is a great book and an inspirational book, and I hope that Bethany will continue to be an inspiration to all of us. So we're delighted. Can I just thank you once again, Bethany? I also have one other job for you, I think. You said now that you're an honorary fellow, you might be good at herding cattle. If there's a problem with the council at the university, can I call on you? Thank you. So, as a member of University's Council, it's now my duty to draw the proceedings to a close. This occasion is naturally one of the most pleasurable of the university calendar. It is a joy to be on this platform and to see the pride, the relief, and the general sense of success of all the new graduates as they cross the stage. It is also wonderful that you have had the opportunity to share this occasion with our illustrious fellow today, Bethany. And I trust that the pride and joy that you feel today will stay with you always. In the years to come, you will look back on your time at Cardiff University and realise that the happiness you've experienced and the friendships you have made, as well as the depth of knowledge and experience gained here, will serve you well through the rest of your journey of life. So today you do join the worldwide family of Cardiff University alumni. It's a family that helps you to stay in touch with each other and with us. And I hope that you will remember and share your experience, that you'll come back and see us often, and that you'll continue to support us so that new generations can benefit, as you have done, from the outstanding teaching and learning from here at Cardiff University. So on behalf of Cardiff, your academic staff, the officers and your fellow students, and the great body of alumni throughout the world, I wish you every success in the future. So good luck, a safe journey home. Poblwch and diolch. Thank you.